Hello, hello. It took me forever to get ready, so I'm a little later than usual. Oof. But I am prepared. I just woke up a little late today. I usually have a little alarm, but oh no, I woke up a little late. But now you get my opinions on random things like dolls. So like, the list I found has like a lot of stuff, so some of the stuff I'm not familiar with, but other stuff it's like, yeah, I'm familiar with this. Yeah. So this should be fun. This will probably take a while too, because there's a lot. There's probably like way more too, but like this is just what I found on the website, so. Good morning, hope you're all doing well. Hello, welcome. Time for my opinions on dolls. Again, the list I found has like a lot of stuff on here, so like some of this I'm familiar with, some of it I've never heard of in my life. But that should be fun. Because I'm also going to be judging this purely off of vibes too, especially if I never heard of it before. And some of these don't even have names, at least on the list that I've found, but most of them are easy to figure out because, like, yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with these. Some of these things is like, yeah, I wanted these when I was little, but then other things are like, I have no idea what this is. And I don't know if it's because some of these are like before my time, after my time, I don't know. But it should be fun. It should be very fun. We'll have a fun time. I also woke up late today, so I started a little late. Ooh. Like, I usually don't like having anything to drink near where I have electronics, but I like my coffee, so exceptions are made because I like caffeine. Just how off everything is. trying to talk. I'm trying to get better. But it's like, if I talk too loud, I start forgetting how to enunciate words. If I talk too quiet, then it's like, oh no, you can't hear anything. But let's begin, shall we? We're starting with something that I do not know. So I'll just get that out of the way because I don't know what this is. It says we three friends. So I don't know what that was. But next we have American Girl dolls, and I'm very familiar with American Girl dolls. I just don't like them. I'm sorry. And I've grown up around people who really love American Girl dolls, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Don't worry, I'm just keeping yourself very pleasant to listen to, you know, learning kinds of good stuff. Yeah. Good thing you guys are just working with me. But yeah, American Girl dolls. I never got the appeal of American Girl dolls, especially because like they're so expensive. Yeah, it's like they're expensive, and then they're like everywhere, and then it's like I don't get it. And like I do remember in like a few elementary or like middle school classes, like we would read some of the books from like American Girl dolls. Like they're more than a doll brand too, but like I don't buy them. It's like I don't even find them creepy because some people find them creepy, but I don't find them creepy. I just don't like them. Is the music down? Yeah, I can turn the music down. It might just be, the music might just be kind of non-existent for a bit, but I can still hear it, but like, I don't want it to be too loud. I never got the appeal. They're too expensive, and most of the kids that I knew that had them, they were also like about financially the same as my family. So it's like, why do you have so many of these? I just don't get it. Next we have some Disney Animation Collection dolls. I think I've seen these before, but like I never had one of them. But they're like very cute. I love these things, but like I'm putting them up felt weirdly like a parody of itself that I seen on platform. Like, the casting was cool and all that, but like the story and plot was like, I don't like this. And like I have an aunt who's like a really big fan of like Barbie stuff. Like she has like a collection in the garage of the house that she lives in. And like she wanted to see the movie and then she saw the movie and she's like, I don't like this. But like the actual like Barbie animated movies and cartoons, they're such a vibe. They're so good. The Dreamhouse show was actually pretty good. Like I watched some of it. It was funny. And this is a parody done well, sort of, because it's like parodying like the sitcom live reality TV shows or whatever, but like in a good way. It's so fun. For some reason, even when I try focusing on hearing your voice, it's still hard to make out most of what you say. I do stumble my words. Maybe I'll turn off music for now. I'll probably put it back on later. And then I'll just rise the volume. I don't know. I hope that works. Or maybe I can just... I don't know. I hope that works better. It isn't stumbling your words that's the problem, it's the music. Okay. We'll just have it off for now. I'll probably put it back on toward the end. So, yeah. Next doll that I see on here is a Betty Spaghetti, and I swear I had one of these when I was little. It's like a vague memory, and I thought they weren't real. And then it's like, wait, they're real? It works when the music is off. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that off. I'm putting this here because I did have one of these things. For like a small time, not like this one's, but like I know I had one of these things. They were like you could pop the hair off, and they were like noodly. They were like really, I don't know. I remember I had one. I don't know whatever happened to that one, because like I was really small when I had that one. But like not small as in like under 3 years old, but like I was like in kindergarten. But, like I know I had one of those things. Next we have another collectible old era Barbie. Betty Spaghetti is not a doll I had ever even seen or saw in stores. I'm surprised it ever got a cartoon. I didn't even know there was a cartoon. I just know I had one of them dolls. I just remember popping the hair off of it a lot because it's fun. But here we have vintage Barbie, and I'm putting it also here because again, the way before my time, and I've never really had a collectible or like an original 60s era Barbie. I think it's 60s. 50s, 60s, somewhere around that era. But like, I do like these. I do like the classic Barbie look. They look very mannequin, very artsy. I do like them. But I don't have any fondness for it because I've never really had one. Now these, I don't remember what these are called, but I've seen them on the internet a lot. I think the brand for this one has done like collabs with anime and stuff like that. I think 60s was indeed when Barbie came out. Okay, yeah. Like I've seen these all over the internet. I kind of like it, kind of don't. They look kind of funky, and I don't know. I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put it here because I do know what this is. I've seen it a lot. But I don't know. They're kind of odd looking. And I can't remember the name of this doll brand. But like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about those ones. Wait, I have a better idea. Let me just don't know how to feel about this. Just put it there because I really don't know how to feel about that one because like I see them a lot online. Because I do follow like a lot of like doll related accounts on like Instagram and whatnot, so like I'm familiar with what these are. I just don't remember the name. And I just there's something about the faces, I don't know. Fun fact about old school Barbie, there was actually 2 animated musicals direct to video in the late 80s under the name Barbie and the Rockers. Ooh. Barbie has such a vast history that even I don't know some things about it. I just remember the VHS tapes for like the animated movies. Those were my favorite. The 2000s era Barbie entering her Ultra Barbie phase was like what I'm familiar with. And obviously we have Bratz. We're putting that at the top because I had so many Bratz dolls. You have no idea. Like, I had, like, it was, like, one birthday party. I was, like, I don't know, kindergarten age or something. And I got, like, some Bratz dolls for my birthday, and I was, like, obsessed with them ever since. I don't know why Chloe was always my favorite. And I remember watching the cartoon. Ugh, the cartoon was so funny. And the movies, they're so goofy, but, like, in a fun way. That you can tell everybody's having fun just goofing off with each other. I didn't know that CGI Barbie had VHS. Yes. I have Barbie and the Nutcracker on VHS. And Barbie Rapunzel on VHS. Did you know Bratz had a baby spinoff? Yes, I had those too. I had the Bratz babies, I had regular Bratz, I had Bratz kids. Anything with Chloe was usually my go-to. And then, like, some of the other characters, I remember there was, like, the twins set with the Phoebe and Roxy. And my parents got us those, and me and my sister were fighting over Roxy all the time because, like, we thought she was cool. I ended up reluctantly taking Phoebe, but, like, she's cute. But it was so funny. It's like, we got you these so that way you're not fighting, but you're fighting over what? Do you have the Bratz video game? I had that TV plug and play thing. With like the purple remote. I think it was based around the TV show at the time. I had that thing. I still have it probably lying around somewhere, but I think I don't. I don't know. Had a few of those plug and play things. Yeah. It's a piece of history right there. I also remember we had, like, one of them Bratz cars. I think it was my sister, actually, who had it. Like, she got it for, like, a birthday present, and I think she wanted it because, like, she wasn't really allowed to have, like, Nerf guns or whatever. She's like, my mom was like, why did you ask your cousin's mom to get you a Nerf gun? Plug and play stream 1. Unfortunately, they're broken. And I don't think I feel brave enough to emulate anything. I don't know how to mess with that. I'm a little dumb. But yeah, that was funny. Bratz, I associate with so many good memories. Even though some of the movies were kind of goofy and low quality, they're still fun because they're so funny. Now this Bratzilla's was a little bit after my time. But I do kind of want one of these, even though it's like, it didn't do so well. But like, looking at them, I kind of like the vibe that they're going with. Bratzilla's. Like, I kind of like what's going on here. I would have liked to have one. But again, that was like a little bit after my time. But like, I would want one. No, this is new. I have seen these at like bargain stores. They're I think they're called Cave Club Cuties. I mean, they're cute, but like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that too. Cause like it's not really my vibe. I mean, they're kind of adorable, but like I don't know. They're going here too because like I don't know how to feel about that. Apparently Bradzilla's was supposed to have a cartoon, but I forgot its history. I wouldn't be surprised because I think the Bradzillas came out around the time Monster High was taken off. And it was like to kind of compete with that, I think. I don't know. Because like around when Monster High was a thing, that was also kind of when I was kind of growing out of stuff too. 2010. But like not really. Like yeah, Monster High was more for my age demographic at that time, where it's like older girls. Now we have these things, Cutie Pops. I don't know how to feel about those either, but they are kind of cute, so I would like one. They look cute. I don't have much to say, but I like the fashion going on here. It's very Harajuku, I think. You know, that image looks cute. These! I think I've seen them online as well, but like I'm not very familiar with what this is. Cutie Pops look more like standees than dolls. They look like very much play dolls, like play line stuff. They don't have much, like you can tell that the arms are supposed to move, but like not by a lot. They don't have a lot of articulation. Ooh, fancy words. But like yeah, they're cute. They look like cute little figures. But these I'm just gonna put unfamiliar with, but they are cute. If I knew what exactly it was, I'd probably look more into it, but this doesn't really give me anything to go off of. But, like, I can tell it's like one of those, like, collector doll brands, probably from Asia, but I don't know. But they are cute. I kind of like what's going on with them. Now, this is also after my time. DC superhero girls. I've never really been that into DC, so I do not vibe with these. I mean, they're cute looking, but like I'm not a fan of DC. I mean, I like Marvel a little bit more, but like, eh. I'm not that into Marvel. Next, we have the first batch of Disney Descendant dolls. Also, after my time of being into dolls for my age demographic or whatever. So I'm putting it here too. But I mean, they look cute. But I didn't like Descendants. I mean, I'd watch the movies, but I'm still like, I still don't understand why this exists. Next, we have something that looks like American Girl dolls, but I don't vibe. Maybe it's because I'm a superhero fan, but I can't say that Superhero Girls is worth it. Especially the cartoon and games. The second generation had a boy band. I don't know. I've just never been that into DC. But I'm putting this under I do not vibe because it also reminds me of American Girls, but like these probably are like the more budget friendly ones, because I know that there is like a budget friendly American Girl doll line. I forgot what it's called, but I've like seen it at Target. But like these ones, I don't think that's it, but I don't like the faces. I don't like what's going on with the faces here. They look weird. Again, I'm the type of person who doesn't really find dolls creepy in general. So like if I think a doll looks weird, it's not that I'm scared of it, it's just that there's something weird going on with the face, and I'm just like, I'm not vibing. Purely based on vibes. Okay, now this Disney fairy dolls. Yes. I had Disney fairy dolls when I was little. I only had like 5 of these things. Not this specific brand in the picture. The ones that came out before this, because I know Periwinkle, that was like a newer character, but like when the first Tinkerbell movie was around and the dolls for that were out, we had like almost all of those. They were just, I love it. But like their hair quality was that cheap quality. And me and my sister used to take those dolls into like the pool or whatever, or get them wet, and like Fawn and Silver Mist, their hair was destroyed. Their hair was like that polypropylene stuff. So it got all like frizzy and broken and destroyed, and we couldn't fix it. we just lived with it. But I liked those dolls. They were like really cute. The ones that came out before this specific image they didn't really have like plastic wings, like hard plastic wings. It was just like soft plastic wings that were like attached to the back. Never had a Disney Fairies doll, but I do have 2 Disney Fairies Leapfrog games. From both Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure and the Pirate Fairy. That line needs more love. I wish they would bring back Disney Fairies, though. Like the ones closer to the actual books, because those were like really cute, and they had really pretty designs too. And they were a little bit more creative with the theming. Cause like for the movie, everybody's like color schemes were very strict. Like all Tinker fairies are wearing green, all of the garden fairies are wearing red. You know, because like it's just easier for the distinction. But like I like the book ones because it's like they had a little bit more color variety to them. Like Rosetta wasn't wearing red; she was like wearing pink and green or something. Like she was just wearing like pretty flowers. I never read the fairies books before. They're really good. I liked those. I have for some reason we had like 3 copies of Vidya and the Fairy Crown. I don't know how that happened. Because 2 of them were just the regular Disney Fairies books, but one was like completely broken, and the other one was actually readable. And then the other one that's Vidya and the Fairy Crown is like a Disney manga. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna grab this because I like Disney fairies. The artwork is pretty cute too. And it really is just the same story, but in a manga format. But yeah, I love Disney fairies. I kind of wanted to get that Tinkerbell doll when I was working at the park, but like, I didn't get a chance to grab one. Big sad. I think she's cute. Next we have these, which is definitely after my time, these specific Disney princess dolls. So we're just gonna put them here because they're not very high quality. Sorry, I forgot about the live. Do not be sorry. I am just happy you're here. We talking about dolls. So far, this is what we have. This is what we have so far. And we were just talking about Disney fairies. Excuse me. We were just talking about the Disney fairy dolls, and like I used to have like a bunch of them. Well, not a bunch of them, but like the first batch of like Disney fairies dolls from when the Tinkerbell movie came out. I had like 4 of them. And Fawn and Silver Mist, their hair was destroyed. because it was just cheap quality hair. Yeah, I see that. A lot of dolls. Yeah, some of these things I'm not familiar with, but some of them I actually am. And I only had like one of these things in my life, these Betty Spaghettis. They're like so funny looking. I just loved popping the hair off. I don't know why. I have one fairies book. Oh, I used to have like a bunch of them. I don't know if we still have them lying around somewhere. Or if we gave those to my cousins. But like we had like a whole bunch of Disney fairies books. I even have one on my desk. It's one of the bigger ones. It's not the actual like small Disney fairies. Here's a character and a story about them. It's like a Mother Dove story. Like origins of Pixie Hollow type story. And it's apparently there's like, I don't know, 2-3 parts for that origin of Pixie Hollow or whatever. Anyways, I don't know what this is. So I'm just gonna put it in the I don't know. I'm unfamiliar. So I'm just gonna put that there. Vidia's such a jerk in the books, but I love her. Yeah, she was cool. Again, another doll thing that I'm not familiar with, but I am not vibing. I feel like these were also, it looks like these were coming out around the time when Bratz was taken off. But like I don't like the vibes. Your vibes are not appealing. Smart dolls! These things are expensive, but they're so cute. I'm assuming these are smart dolls. Just based on that image alone, but like, I would like one of these things, but they're like, those are expensive. Those are really high quality. I'm putting it here because like, I can't afford it, but like, I would want one. Isn't Vidia a jerk in the movies too? I mean, she starts off as a jerk. But she lightens up, that's for sure. That's like whole part of her character story is that she's kind of a jerk and then she chills out. What's a smart doll? They're like ball jointed dolls, but they're like made out of like plastic or something. Not plastic, but like vinyl. They're made out of vinyl, so they're soft. And like, let me pull up a better picture. Cause like I love seeing these things. Like I've seen them on the internet. They just look really they're very anime. They're very anime dolls and they have like so much like they're pretty. Some of these images I don't think I can show. Cause like they're definitely like fancy dolls. They come with like a basic underwear set. And then you can buy clothes for them and they're like they're really customizable is the thing. Let me find a good picture. Where's a good one? Like they come in so many different like styles and body types and removable parts. Like these are the things that like people love customizing. I'm just gonna use this image to show you what I mean. Like they're really cute. It's like if you ever wanted to like try and make your own version of like an anime character and a doll, one of these would be a good base. Ah, dang it, it's not the right. Please work now. Thank you. Here we go. Here's one. Sorry, it's taking up too much of the screen, but like, here's an example of like what you can do with it. Like their faces and like their bodies are like very customizable, and you can like buy clothes for them and like wigs. Like they're very customizable. I think they're really cute. Some of them have like smaller faces, some of them have like more like mature anime faces. So it's less about being a regular doll and more about you making whoever you want. Kind of, yeah. I mean, they come with like preset characters, I guess you can call them. In a way. But like what I usually see is people who love to like customize dolls usually use something like that to kind of like dress up and whatever. Like they're just extremely like customizable. And I guess a little bit more affordable than like an actual ball jointed doll made of like I don't know what they're usually made out of, but they're like a harder like material than silicone and stuff like that. Silicone and vinyl is what smart dolls are use as like a material. But like regular ball jointed dolls use like, I don't know, 3D printers or like a more sturdy material. Oh, I have something to say. So yesterday me and my friends were like twist roleplay. We use a wheel to pick our husbands. I got Rook. We even did each other's kids. That's funny. Next doll. For some reason, I'm the only one who child got no trauma. That's surprising. Next doll brand, Ever After High. I never had one of these, but I would want one. I didn't really get too much into the lore of Ever After High. It also just didn't last long, sadly. But like, I liked it. It was like the dolls look cute. They have a little crossover with like Monster High, but like it didn't really get to be fulfilled because like issues or something behind the scenes. I don't remember exactly why. I think it had something to do with Disney. That's what people say, but like I'm not sure. So I give my friend's child so much trauma. Her husband was Malleus. Oof. Big oof. Now this, I'm not familiar with Extra Icon. I'm not familiar with this song. Again, to the pile of unfamiliarity. But it looks pretty cute. This, I can't tell what this is. It looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know what it is. Like I can kind of tell what's supposed to be going on with this. Like cute animal girls based off of like animals or something, but like I don't know. I really don't know because it looks vaguely familiar, but like I don't know. And then we have these, which I'm also like I think I know what they are, but I don't know what they are. I think that's Hatchimals. It could be. It probably might be. But these ones I'm putting with I don't know. I have a feeling the I don't know category is going to be the biggest category here. Because some of these I really have no idea. No, not Hatchimals. Yeah, I'm just putting it here because I don't know. And you also can't tell what this is. It looks like Barbie for some reason, like something from a Barbie movie, but I don't know what that is. The ones with the regular animals and humans with animal features are called Hatchimals. I don't think they are. I don't know. And I can't tell what this is. Cave Club? No, Cave... That's what these are. These are Cave Club girls. Like, I know what these are. I don't know how to feel about them. I don't know. They exist, I guess. I gotta see, hang on. Here we go. Here's it is. I don't know what these are. Help me identify! Because, like, it looks familiar. Like, it's definitely something that probably came out around the 2000s, 2010s era. But, like, I can't figure it out. It looks like it could be something from, like, Hasbro or something. I don't know. I want to know what that CGI image is from. Me too. This, I can't tell. It looks like Barbie spin-off movie or something. I don't know. I'm putting it here too because I can't tell what it is. But it looks vaguely familiar. Ah, no! Okay. Next we have another thing I'm not familiar with. I wish some of these actually had the names of what these are. That would be very helpful. But I can't tell what these are. So I don't know, anything that kind of vaguely makes me think of American Girl dolls, I'm just putting here. Like, I don't know, I don't like American Girl dolls that much. Probably because I associate it with weird people. You got it? What are these? What are these animal girls? Enchantimals! That name rings a bell. I think I've seen those in stores. It's like, I knew these were familiar, I just couldn't figure out what it was. that actually... Let me see. Let me see what these look like. Oh yeah, that's it. I mean, the artwork looks cute, but the actual dolls look kind of, they look kind of funny. Let me just show you what I've found. Definitely after my time. Here we go. Like, I see the concept. I see what they're going with. I knew they looked familiar. It was way after Ambi's time. Indeed. Yeah. They kind of remind me of, like, kids' meal toys from McDonald's. It's like, I knew that I've seen them around before. Here we have Insta Glow Up Girls. I feel like I've seen commercials for these, but they're definitely after my time. Imagine if furries got a hold of them. Please don't give them ideas. I'm putting these here because, like, I don't know. I feel like they feel very interesting. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I think it's more just I don't like the naming for the brand itself. Because it makes me think of, like, Instagram influencers or whatever, and it's like, I don't know. Do you really want these for kids? Because they look like they're for kids. I don't know. I don't know. But, like, they look fairly good quality. I just don't like the name. These... I honestly don't know what these are. They're clearly dressed to look like Monster High characters. But I don't know what this is. And they look kind of weird, so I'm just putting it here because I don't know what this is. I don't feel like saying knockoff Monster High, but I don't know what this actually is supposed to be. I know. I don't know if whoever made this decides to update these, I really hope they try to put the names of some of these brands somewhere on these little images. This looks familiar, but I don't know what it is. I mean, they're kind of cute, but I don't know. So I'm just putting this here because they're cute, but I don't know how to feel about it. La La Loopsies! Oh my gosh, I wanted one of those so badly when I was younger. But we never got any. And also, I had a friend who was afraid of them because she watched Coraline. I had those too, but IDK the name. Did these? I'm certain these are like definitely after my time. Of like when I would be like heavily into dolls, at least as like a teenager or whatever. That's what I mean when I say that. Cause like I'm more into it now than I was when I was like a teenager, kind of like growing out of things. But like I don't know. I had the dark pink hair girl. Gotta figure out the name because I don't know. It seems like the gimmick with these is their hair, considering they all have hair accessories in their hands. But I think that's cool. I think this is actually a smart doll or something similar. And I like these things. I think this is just a regular ball jointed doll though. So I'm putting it up here because I like these things. For La La Loopsy, dark pink one. Okay. Yeah, we're just putting all the La La Loopsies up here because I wanted these when I was younger. Like, I thought they were so cute, but I never got one. Now, these... I don't know. I don't know what these are. But they are cute. Putting them here, though. Although, maybe... Maybe I'll switch this up a little bit. I mean, these look cute. And so do these. I might switch these around. Real-time editing. Wow. Yeah, I feel like this is a bit better. I have Shopkins. The human Shopkins are just eh. Yo, I have a cousin who collects like Shopkins or like mini brands stuff. Like they grab both of those. I'm guessing that's what. No, these are called Juicy Crush. At least that's what the image says. I mean, they're kind of cute. I like the fruit themes. I like dolls with outfits that are very like themed, because I think it's very cute. But I don't know, something about the faces are a little funny. I don't know how to feel about that. But I do love a good fruit themed outfit. And next we have Basic Girl, the Lamely doll. I remember watching a video on this thing. I do not vibe with its existence. Like, this is essentially the epitome of anti-fashion doll. It's just a girl. Basic person. Not interesting. It's made to not be fun. Ooh, these, I forget what they're called. They're like a Japanese doll brand. They're really cute. I think they're adorable. I forget what they're called. But I'm putting it here because, like, I think they're cute. They have, like, a vintage shoujo look to it. I forget what they're called, though. But, like, I've seen videos on these, and I've seen people, like, post pictures of these, and I think they're cute. I just feel bad that I forgot the name, but it's like I think it's the Japanese equivalent to like a Barbie doll line. I thought that was strawberry. I wish they had strawberry shortcake on this list. I don't know if they do, but like the 2000s era strawberry shortcake was like my favorite. Live. I remember seeing these around. But I don't know. They're definitely they definitely feel more closer to my era. I don't know. I just don't I don't know. I do not know what this is. Definitely like more of a collectible, not children's fashion doll line. But I mean, it looks pretty cool, I guess. I like the horror thing going on with them. I don't have much to say. Next, we have the LOL OMG dolls. I am familiar with these. I see them around a lot. I don't really like the LOL dolls in general. Liv was so blah to me. Yeah. Like, it looks like it's trying to be my scene, but like, not as interesting. I think they creepy cuties, IDK. Yeah, I don't know what these are either, but like, they look pretty cool. But like, yeah, LOL, the LOL dolls in general, I like these ones specifically in this image, I don't hate them that much. I think they're pretty cool. Their outfits are very well organized and stuff like that. Oh, good to know. But like, I just don't really like the faces for most of the LOL dolls in general, whether it be the OMG ones or like the smaller ones of these or like the really little tiny blind box ones. Like, I don't know. I just something about them is like, yeah, the bigger ones look really cool. Their outfits mostly. I'm just not a fan of their faces. Lottie. At least this has a name. I think it looks cute. I like the packaging. Little adorable rain outfit. That looks cute. You're going up here in the cute. Because I don't know what you are exactly. But that looks adorable. I love the outfit. I love good color coordination and lots of colors. Next we have something that I can't read, but like they kind of vaguely remind me of the LOL dolls. I don't know, something about the face. Again, like, I'm not against the idea of having big cartoonish eyes on character designs, but I feel like some do it better than others. I think this one does it better than LOL. I don't know. Like, they look cute. I like this purple one. I like that outfit. LOL dolls just gave up. I feel like it was like, here, little sister, or big sister, here, brother. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the LOL dolls. I'm putting this up here because I think these look cute. It seems like they're like a blind box type of doll. So I'm guessing these aren't very big, but like, I don't know. They look cute. I like these. I like the vibe going on. This is mostly based off of vibes and memories. I think these are Moxie girls. Hold on. I had one of these when I was younger. I want to say it's Moxie Girls. No, these are not Moxie Girls. Yeah, Moxie Girls don't look anything like these. I can't tell what these are. I don't know. I think this is what's that other doll girl brand that was more like Science Girls or whatever, like sciencey. I don't remember. I think that's what these are supposed to be. Because I remember seeing like a doll brand coming around in like the 2000s or something. Not 2000, but like 2010 era. And it was like trying to push like STEM, but like make it cute and fashionable or something. I think that's what these dolls are, because that's what they kind of look like. Because the faces do not look like Moxie Girls. I'm just putting it. I'm just putting it here. Because I honestly don't know what they are. MC Square? Ah, oh yeah. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what these are. These are the MC Square dolls. Like, I just remember that these were like science, but make it fashionable for girls. It's like I'm not against the concept of like, hey, being like, hey, you can like science and be cute. It's just I think that's exactly the whole branding for this this line, and that's kind of weird. Because like, you know, if a girl's into science, let her be into science. You don't gotta make her feel weird about it, I guess. I don't know. Mermaids! I do remember seeing these in stores recently. You remind me when you said science. Yeah, I remember seeing the commercials for those. That's why I'm like, it was either Moxie Girls or the science ones. I think these dolls also came with little science experiments, but I think I'm just making stuff up. Although this blonde one reminds me of my cousin. I don't know why. Yeah, mermaids. I mean, I think they're kind of cute. But like I don't really like the execution that well. Like I'm not against a good mermaid themed doll, but I'm not vibing with like the land clothes aesthetic on mermaids. It's kind of weird. I mean, they look cute, but like I'm more of like a, if we have a mermaid doll, I want it to be like ocean themed fashion, especially if it has a mermaid tail attached. So I'm putting it here because like I think it's an interesting concept, but I just don't like the execution on it. Like the top halves look cool, but then the tail designs are kind of weird. Next we have the G3 Monster High, and I'm still putting this in the I don't know how to feel about it because like I mean, my opinion on it has gotten a lot better, actually, where it's like, yeah, I like most of these doll releases now, but, like, when it first came out, it's like, it was kind of rough. Especially with the actual quality of the dolls. Like, that first batch was like, ooh, you really were just trying to test to see if people would like it or not. And nowadays, it's like most of the dolls coming out for the G3 Monster High look actually really good, and they don't really have too much cheap hair anymore, so I'm still putting it here, mostly because that first couple years was rough, man. I saw a YouTube video where this lady was making a fanish dolls of fashion dolls of centaurs, and it looked so good, but toy company said no. Bruh, they really should have listened to her. Because there is like a ball jointed doll line in like China that has like centaurs as like the dolls, and they looked really cute. If you've seen the YouTuber Soda Pets, she has like she's doing more doll stuff now, and she was like showing them off. Like, why is Laguna pink? Yeah, I'm still not a fan of Pink Laguna all that much. And it's like, it's more like just don't style her in pink outfits that clash with the pink skin tone that she has. Although I do because apparently on the box art for Laguna, because I have the box art still for the first wave G3 Laguna, the gradient was also on her arms. The blue gradient that she has like on the legs, it was also on the arms. And I'm like, dude, why didn't they continue with that? Because I think it would have helped so much, because there was like so much pink on most of her outfits. Okay, it looks like Cruel judging you for holding baby Malleus. He judging me for holding the baby. He jealous. Now, G1 Monster High. We're putting it up here because I did not have a Monster High doll growing up, but I wanted one so badly. My cousins had one. One of my cousins had a Claudine doll, and I would kind of play around with it. But like, yeah, I wanted one so bad, but I had other Monster High things. I just never had a doll for Monster High. I had some books, some like note stationery stuff. Like I had like a little one, some like activity book where you can like design outfits for the characters. Like I just never had a doll. And I wanted one of the originals so badly, and like I still do. Like I still do want a G1 Monster High doll, but I don't have one. And like I do prefer G1 Claudine's personality though, because like I just like it more. These again looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know what these are. I'm just putting it here because I don't know. I need to go a little quicker now. I once had a Frankie doll, but I lost her. Aw. I feel my older sister would have loved Monster High. Yeah. I also liked all the TV movies that they had on like Nickelodeon for Monster High. Those were also fun. Like, I enjoyed almost every aspect of Monster High back then, but I never had the doll. Isn't that Draculaura? This looks like Draculaura, for sure. I don't know what this is though. I can't figure it out. And it looks like it definitely came out around like after Monster High was a big thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm unfamiliar. Now this is cute. I forget what this is called. I think I've seen these around. I think this one's a Korean doll line too, based on the packaging. That looks cute. I love it. I love what's going on here. Cute little bunny themed outfit. Looks like it's like a... I don't know. I just think this is cute. I think it's cute. Next we have Equestria Girls dolls, and I'm just... I was never into My Little Pony anyway. Nor was I into Equestria Girls. So I'm just putting those there. Because I feel nothing about these. Next is another thing I'm not familiar with. But I like what I'm looking at. And I need more info on this one. I don't know how to feel about this. I need more information. But it looks cute. Sample that's up there. It looks cute. This also looks familiar. What was this called? Oh, these are Moxie Girls right here. I had one of these when I was younger. So I'm putting it I'm putting it in the I had one of these because I did have one of these, but I only had like one. And I think it was like a random birthday present too. Because I remember these were kind of a thing around the time when Bratz was kind of like floundering around. Like there just wasn't that many Bratz dolls. My Pinky doll lost her arm. Oh no. Oh no. That's so sad. I don't think I've ever had a doll break like that. Although, funny story, I used to have an Ariel doll with like a light up tail. And some kid my mom was babysitting at the time threw it at the wall and it broke. And I was so upset. And like we tried to find it again, but it wasn't in the store. And it made me so upset. I'm like, no, my precious Ariel doll, why would you do this to me? That was like a long time ago. I was like really, the kid was like a baby. The baby didn't know what he was doing, but it still made me feel sad. I'm just like, no. It deleted my last one, but what I said was I had so many MLP dolls. I need to figure out why things are deleting, man. This is annoying. But like, I mean, they look okay. I just have no connections to My Little Pony, at least this generation. Even the previous generation before that, where I actually had like My Little Pony toys for that one, I'm just like, I didn't really care that much. But I don't know what these are. What are these? They look familiar. I can't remember what these are. And I know these are my scenes, and I had a few of these actually. So I'm putting this here. Because like, when it came to like Barbie dolls, I would have much rather preferred something like a My Scene or something from one of the movies that I was watching. I didn't really care too much for Barbie. But this is gonna annoy me. What is the name of this? Okay, I'm close to figuring out what these are. Give me the answers, please. I am so close. Moxie Teens! Okay. G4 was my gen, oh boy. That's gotta be rough. But, yeah, I don't know. I honestly could not tell that these were Moxie Girl dolls. These are supposed to be the same as these, I guess, but, like, more Bratz doll-like, in my opinion. I don't know. Mystic vampires. Let me look that up real quick. Because I don't know what these are. But they look pretty cool. I like what I see. They look pretty cute. They're just all vampires, but they look really adorable. I like it. They vaguely look like Monster High dolls. But, like, not. I don't know. I think they're cute. They look pretty cool. I'm vibing. They look cute. Ah, I forget what the name of this is. I think it looks pretty cute. Okay, is that zombie Disney princess dolls? I think so, but not exactly Disney princess, but yeah, I think that's what the vibe is. That's interesting. Never heard of it. Concept is interesting, though. I'll just put it here because I'm very unfamiliar with anything like this. But, like, I forget what these are called, but they're kind of cute looking. I really do like cute things. like cute themed things, and this looks very bunny cute themed with the little... I like what's going on here. I like colors. Novi Stars. I also remember seeing commercials for these things. They're like aliens. I did kind of want one of these when I was younger. They look kind of cute. I like what's going on here. But like, I never got to have one of those. Like, I would see the commercials and I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I got the name. What is it? Spill the beans. I don't know what these are. These vaguely make me think about Polly Pockets. Oh, it's called Once Upon a Zombie. Interesting. Interesting. I'll look more into that one. I don't know what these are. But they're pretty cute. Small and adorable. This I've heard about, but I'm not very familiar with it. Pinky Cooper dolls. They're basically just Cocker Spaniels. Of various different types, I guess, but like, I don't know. Something about them is kind of funny. At least the artwork. The dolls they look a little bit more okay than the artwork, but like, I don't know. They're just Cocker Spaniels. Punk Pixies. I don't know how to feel about these ones. I mean, I like it. Sort of, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Had that Pinky Cooper doll. I hate and I love it. I don't know, like the outfits are kind of cute, but I don't know. They're just Cocker Spaniels. All of them basically have the same hair. And it's just the ears. I do not vibe with this. No further explanation needed. Oh, I forget what these are called too. I think this is also a doll brand that does anime collabs sometimes. So I'm putting this here because this I like these things. They look so cute. I love the aesthetics. And this outfit in particular looks so cute. I love it. Yeah, we're just skipping over that. We're gonna pretend it doesn't exist. Things that should not have been marketed to children in the first place and that should not have been made. Next, I can't read what it says. I think it says Punzels. And these things look like the gimmick is just their hair. And they look tiny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have much to say. Next we have Rainbow High. I am familiar with Rainbow High. And it has the same opinion as a G3 Monster High for me, where it's like, you know, it started off a little rough, then it got really good, and now it's fallen off. This one's a roller coaster. At least their sister show Rainbow High was good. Yeah. Like, the Rainbow High dolls, I do like most of them, especially the later ones that were coming out. But like the first batch was kind of, you know, okay. I do like the general theme of like all of these characters are like kind of based around a specific color scheme and like specific like aesthetics. I just like the other characters more than like the core one. Excuse me, the core ones. Mainly because some of them have face shapes that I don't like. I don't know. Like, there's like 3 different face types for these dolls, and there's only like one of them that I like. So that leaves a very specific number of dolls, in my opinion, that I like. Now, the sister series Shadow High dolls. I do have one of these. I do have a Shadow High doll. And I really like it. The Shadow High dolls are good, though. They made the boy dolls dirty. Yeah. There's something about boy dolls in fashion doll lines where they just can't really get them right. I think Mattel usually does a better job of making boy dolls in general. But like other brands are like they really don't know what they're doing. But like yeah, the Shadow High, I do have one. I really like the design. It's I'll show you it tomorrow. But like I really like the one that I have. And most of the Shadow High dolls. So Ruby dolls. I feel nothing. I mean, I tried watching Ruby when I was younger, and I didn't really get into it. I don't know. I just wasn't vibing with it. Well, but Sugar Daddy can. That's funny. Now, this also looks cute. This looks like something up my alley. I like a good dessert-themed doll. I don't know what this is. It looks vaguely familiar. But I like the theming. I like the ice cream, the cake. I love this stuff. That's also kind of why I wanted a Lala Loopsy doll, because some of them looked like candy. Like, I like sweet, cute things as well as cool, edgy stuff. This... I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like a Madame Alexander doll. I'm gonna try and go by most of these real quick now. This looks vaguely familiar, and they're dessert themed. I'm trying to remember because I think I know what this is. I think I've seen these before. Hold on. I think I know what these are. I think I've seen these. Give me answers, random article. Not here. Give me answers. What are these things? They look familiar. It's gonna bother me because I feel like I know what these are, but I can't remember the name. Fruit thing. Come on, I know that you exist somewhere. Thank you for being of no help, Google. I don't know what these are, but they look vaguely familiar. So I'm just... like, they're cute. I wish I remembered what you were, because I think I had something like that, but I don't know. Space Pop. What is this? They look okay. I'm not a very space-themed person to begin with. But, they look cute. They look okay. They make me think of spaghetti for some reason. Like, the way the limbs are. Soda Pop girls. So, yo, I think I had one. Oh my gosh. Wait. I spelled soda wrong. Yeah, I think I actually had one of these things. That's why I'm like, these look vaguely familiar. Oh my gosh. And I'm pretty sure I actually had one of these. The blue one, I think I had that blue one. Oh my gosh. I remember these things. Wow. It's like I knew there was something familiar about these. Wow. This was a good idea because now I'm remembering things. Yeah, I tried searching fruit theme because I saw that they all specifically had fruits, and I'm like, I'm not getting anything. Google was not helping, but now I know what it is. Oh, that's cute. I remember I had one of those. I'm putting this here because I'm not familiar with it. Barbie. Here. I don't know what this one specifically is. I think it's one of them. It's like a mom doll or something. I don't know. More dolls trying to be brats. In my scenes, their heads look funny in this image. I don't know. Troll dolls! But the ones from this specific cartoon. I remember watching this cartoon, though. I don't think I had a doll from this. But I liked these versions of troll dolls better. Because they honestly look cuter, okay? I'm not a fan of the new trolls. I'm not a fan of the original. I'm a fan of whatever this was. So I'm just putting it here because I never had one of these. But, like, I would want one of these because I remember watching this cartoon. I actually like these, surprisingly. They were okay. I liked fantasy stuff. I had them in the Boxy Girls. OMG, the Boxy Girls. This, unfamiliar. We're speedrunning a little bit. Pets with hair? I don't know. It looks funny. I don't like it. This, I don't know what this is. It looks vaguely familiar. I don't know. Winx Club dolls. I had one when I was little, and it was Bloom, and it was in the fairy outfit. I miss those, although Techno was my favorite back then. But like Bloom, I remember having that doll specifically. This, I don't know what this is. The Zelfs. I remember hearing about these. I honestly think they look creepy. I don't like it. First time I say something looks creepy. This, I remember vaguely think these are like zombies. Netflix PTSD. Oof. I'm putting it here because I vaguely remember what these are. But I'm not sure. And there we have it. The list is complete. And it will be finished and posted later. I took much longer today than usual. Winx! We don't talk about the reboot and the live action. No, we do not. We pretend they don't exist. And I'm still even uncomfortable with the newest reboot. Because I think it's still Netflix, so I'm like, I don't know. Like, you screwed us over once. Like, I don't trust you to take this anymore. Like, why are you doing this? Although I'm a little disappointed this list did not have Strawberry Shortcake. Or any of its iterations. Because that would also be up here. I like Strawberry Shortcake. Yeah. There's quite a lot of here. I have my opinions. And for most of the stuff below this line is I just really don't know. I don't have any strong opinions of it, unless it's here, where I do not vibe. I don't like how these look. This is the epitome of an anti-fashion doll. And I don't vibe with American Girl dolls. I don't know. They're weird to me. But yeah! That's today's little adventure. We rank doll brands or whatever. And I just yap about stuff. It's really fun. I like doing this. I would probably like to talk about, like, other things too. I don't know. Yeah, that was fun. Woo woo! And now I must go, because I need to prepare for tomorrow, where I actually show off the dolls that I do have. That's why we are here. Hopefully tomorrow I can fix whatever's bugging with VTube Studio, because, like, it's being weird. And the only reason I chose this outfit today is because it's less noticeable how weird this thing is messing up today. Bye-bye! Yes, tomorrow's the special Friday stream where I show off my collection of dolls. Unfortunately, the collection does not have a lot of Bratz dolls because I lost all of those and I'm still upset about it. I don't know what happened. We had them. My parents never threw them out, so I'm assuming it was my uncle who had no idea that that bag was not supposed to be thrown out or something. I don't know. But yeah. Bye-bye!